All right, so get this. We're diving into AI copyright today,
Oh, yeah?
and specifically how an AI image
Okay.
just got copyright protection,
Wow.
like for the first time ever here in the US.
Really?
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's kind of wild, right?
Yeah.
And this is all based on an article from Petapixel.
Okay.
They cover photography and tech, so it's right up our alley.
Yeah, for sure.
So are you ready to unpack this whole thing?
Oh, absolutely. Let's get into it.
All right, so we've got this AI image.
Okay.
It got copyright protection,
Mm-hmm.
but get this. It's literally just a picture of American cheese,
Oh, wow.
like a single slice.
Really?
Yeah,
I mean, that's
not exactly like high art.
not what you think of when you think groundbreaking legal case.
Exactly.
So how did this cheese picture make history?
Well, it was created by a guy named Kent Kersey.
Okay.
He's the CEO of Invoke AI.
Invoke AI.
Yeah, have you heard of them?
I'm not sure I'm familiar.
So they're a little different from those like basic text-to-image AI things.
Yeah.
Like, you type in a prompt and bam,
Yeah.
you get an image.
Right.
But Invoke,
Okay.
it's a lot more hands-on.
Really?
Yeah, it gives the artist way more control.
So Kersey wasn't just like hitting a button and hoping for the best.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
He actually documented like over 35 edits.
35.
Yeah, 35 edits to
Runner.
this cheese picture.
Yeah.
He used this thing called the in-painting feature.
The in-painting feature?
Yeah, so basically you can replace or modify parts of an image using AI.
So like a really precise digital paintbrush.
That's a great way to put it.
Interesting.
So instead of just generating something from scratch,
Right.
he was like actively shaping it with the AI.
Ah, I see.
Yeah.
Like a collaboration.
Exactly.
Interesting.
And that was his whole argument for the copyright.
Okay.
It wasn't just the final picture.
Right.
It was the whole creative process.
I see.
The choices he made working with the AI.
Gotcha.
And you want to know the crazy part?
What's that?
The Copyright Office actually agreed with him.
They did.
Well, not at first.
Oh.
They rejected his application initially,
Oh, wow.
but then he showed them a video of his whole workflow,
Oh,
like
wow.
all 35 edits and everything.
Interesting.
And they reversed their decision.
Wow, so they changed their mind.
Yeah, they said the picture showed like sufficient creative authorship.
Sufficient creative authorship.
Yeah, because of how he brought all those AI elements together.
Interesting. So the process matters just as much as the outcome.
Exactly.
That's huge.
It really sets a precedent.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows what this means for copyright in the future?
It's kind of blowing my mind.
Right.
I mean-
but I gotta know,
Yeah.
like, what were these 35 edits?
Yeah, what did he actually do to the cheese?
Right. Were they, like, super complex or artistic or...
Yeah, spill the tea.
Well, unfortunately, the
Yeah.
details haven't been made public.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah, but the fact that the Copyright Office considered them significant enough, like, to grant protection, that says something.
He does.
This wasn't just, like, tweaking a few pixels.
Right.
He was using the AI as a tool to
Mhm.
shape his artistic vision.
Yeah.
And that's what sets Invoke apart,
Okay.
from those other AI art generators.
I see.
It's not just about slapping together a quick image.
Right.
It's about control
Yeah.
and intention.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's really about that artist's touch,
Yeah, that human element.
Exactly.
It's crucial.
And speaking of which,
Yeah.
Invoke, they actually have this tool.
Okay.
It's called Provenance Records.
Provenance Records.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's kind of like a game changer for artists using AI.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it lets them document their whole creative process.
So like every little tweak, every decision?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yeah, it could really help with copyright claims.
So like a trail of breadcrumbs
That's a perfect analogy.
leading back to the human artist.
Exactly.
Huh, that's pretty cool.
It really solidifies that connection,
Right, it's not just AI magic anymore.
Yeah, there's a human hand behind it.
I like that.
This whole thing, it reminds me of when photography first came out.
Oh, yeah.
People were freaking out.
Right.
Like, oh no, it's going to kill painting.
It's going to destroy art.
Exactly. But it didn't.
No, it didn't.
Photography found its own place.
Yeah, it pushed the boundaries of art in new ways.
Right. And maybe that's what's happening with AI now.
Yeah, instead of replacing art,
It's becoming part of it.
it's a new tool in the toolbox.
A new way of collaborating with technology.
I love that idea.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It is. And you know what?
Right.
Kersey's case with this cheese photo,
Yeah.
it could be the start of something huge.
Like a whole new wave of AI art.
Exactly. Now that there's some legal clarity.
Right. Artists might be more willing to experiment.
Yeah. To see AI as a partner in creation.
And that makes me wonder,
Yeah.
what about the art market?
Oh, that's a good question.
Right. Will AI-generated art become its own thing?
Like, will we see it in galleries and museums?
Yeah, and auctions,
That'd be wild.
right? Like imagine an AI masterpiece at Sotheby's.
Wow. Talk about a paradigm shift.
It's almost like a whole new art movement is starting.
Yeah, right before our eyes.
And we're just seeing the beginning.
This first copyright is like opening a door.
And behind it,
A million more questions.
about how AI will change everything.
Art copyright, even how we define creativity.
Whoa, it's kind of mind-blowing.
It is.
It's exciting and scary all at the same time.
Yeah, it's like we're on the edge of a new world.
But we don't know the rules yet.
We're figuring it out as we go.
But it's important to remember
Oh, yeah.
this case with Kiersey,
Mm-hmm.
it was really specific.
Yeah.
Like the level of control he had.
Yeah, and how he documented everything.
Exactly.
So it doesn't mean that any AI image
Right.
is automatically copyrighted.
It's got to have that human authorship.
Yeah, those creative choices.
And that's where tools like Invoke's provenance records,
Right.
they become so important.
They're like a digital signature.
Yeah, verifying the artist's touch.
That's a great way to put it.
This whole conversation, it really highlights how
How what?
it's not just about the AI.
Right.
It's about the relationship between humans and technology.
We're not just passive consumers anymore.
Yeah, we're shaping the technology
We're using it to express ourselves.
in ways we never could before.
And that's where the real magic happens.
The fusion of human and artificial intelligence.
That's where the truly innovative art will come from.
I love that. So if I'm an artist out there,
Okay.
like a photographer, a musician, anyone
Yeah.
thinking about using AI,
Mm-hmm.
what's the big takeaway from all this?
Well, first of all, choose your AI tools carefully.
Okay.
Look for platforms that give you control.
Like Invoke.
Exactly. Don't just go for the quick and easy option.
Got it. What else?
And document everything,
Everything.
every single step.
Okay, like a scientist in a lab.
Exactly. That documentation could be crucial for copyright.
So it's not just about being creative.
Right.
It's about being organized too.
Right. And finally, don't be afraid to experiment.
Yeah, push the boundaries.
See what AI can do for your art.
I love it. So AI isn't a threat to creativity.
No, not at all.
It's an expansion of it.
It's a new palette for artists to explore.
It's exciting.
It is. And while there will be challenges.
Yeah, legal battles, ethical questions.
Right. It's also an incredible time to be a creator.
We're witnessing a new era.
A new chapter in the story of art and technology.
But what about the artists who are resistant to this?
Oh, yeah, the ones who are afraid of AI
Like they think it'll devalue their work.
or make them obsolete.
Exactly. I get those fears.
I do too. Change can be scary.
Especially when it comes to something as personal as art.
But I believe AI can actually enhance human creativity.
Really?
Yeah, when it's used responsibly and thoughtfully.
So how does that work?
Think of AI as a collaborator. Exactly. It can help you generate ideas, explore new techniques.
Push you out of your comfort zone. So it's not about AI replacing the artist.
No.
It's about the artist using AI to grow.
Exactly. Embracing the possibilities while still honoring human creativity.
It sounds like a delicate dance,
It is a learning process for sure.
but one with a lot of potential.
Absolutely. Now, we've been talking big picture stuff,
Yeah.
but this source, Petapixel,
Mm-hmm.
it's all about photography.
Right?
So let's bring it back to our audience.
Yeah. How will this impact photographers specifically?
Well, photographers are already using AI in so many ways,
Right. For enhancing images, creating composites.
even generating realistic scenes from scratch.
Yeah. And it's been kind of a gray area, like
Right.
who actually owns the copyright to those photos.
Exactly.
But this case with the cheese,
Yeah.
it kind of clears things up a bit.
Yeah, it suggests that photographers can copyright their AI work,
Oh, really?
potentially.
Okay, so it's not like a guarantee.
Right, it's not automatic.
Right. So just running a photo through a filter,
Yeah,
that doesn't mean you own it.
exactly. It still comes down to the human element,
Right, the photographer's choices.
their vision.
How they use the AI.
It's like Photoshop, but on steroids.
I like that analogy.
Just like Photoshop,
Yeah.
AI can be a tool to realize your vision,
But the photographer is still the artist.
the author of the image.
And that's where Provenance Records comes in.
Right.
It's like a game changer for proving ownership.
Absolutely. Imagine having a log of every decision
Wow.
from start to finish,
Yeah.
like a digital fingerprint.
Linking the photographer to the AI output.
Exactly. That kind of documentation is invaluable.
It's like having a digital notary.
Yeah, verifying the authenticity of your work,
So cool. Okay, let's do a recap.
right?
What are the key takeaways for photographers?
Well, first, this case sets a precedent.
Yeah, AI-generated work can be copyrighted.
potentially.
Right.
It's a huge step,
It opens up so many possibilities.
but also raises new questions.
About the law and ethics.
Exactly. It's uncharted territory.
It's a brave new world, for sure.
It is. But remember,
Yeah.
AI can enhance creativity,
Mm-hmm.
but it can't replace it.
The human artist is still essential.
The photographer,
Yeah.
the musician, the creator,
They're the ones in control.
guiding the AI, not the other way around.
And documentation is key.
Absolutely. Provenance Records is a great example.
It's like a digital breadcrumb trail.
Showing the artist's journey.
Every step of the way.
And as AI becomes more common,
Yeah.
it's important to keep these things in mind
The legal stuff, the ethical stuff.
and make sure human creativity stays at the heart of it all.
Beautifully said. So where do we go from here?
Well, this case is just the beginning.
Right.
AI is constantly evolving.
Yeah.
So we're bound to see more legal decisions,
More innovations.
maybe even societal shifts.
It's exciting and a little scary.
It is. It's a fascinating time to be alive.
What stands out to you the most about all this?
You know what? It is how this case changes our idea of authorship.
Oh, yeah.
If AI becomes as common as Photoshop,
Right.
will we need to redefine what it means to be a creator?
That's a great question.
It's something we all need to think about.
The answers aren't easy.
But by having these conversations,
Mm-hmm.
exploring the potential and the risks of AI,
Yeah.
we can help shape a future where technology empowers creativity.
I love that. So anyone who wants to dive deeper,
Yeah.
check out the full article on Petapixel.
The link is in the show notes.
It's a must-read for anyone interested in this stuff.
Art, technology, the law,
This might just be the first chapter in a much bigger story.
about how AI changes the creative landscape.
It's going to be an incredible journey.
It is.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep creating.
And keep asking those big questions.
Absolutely.